Hello, everybody. This is Miss Williams here. It's Monday morning. It is April the 13th, and welcome to your distance learning for math. It's good to see you here today, even though I can't actually see you. We are going to start this week by reviewing order of operations. It's a very important standard for you guys to know for 7th grade, so we're going to go back over it this week. We're going to start today by looking at order of operations for multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Later in the week, we will add in exponents, and then we will also add in grouping. I would like you guys to grab the collection of objects that you put together last week. Pause the video right here if you need to go and get it. Okay. So today we are going to do, as I said, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And in particular, I'm going to start by showing you guys why we do multiplication before addition. And this is really, really important for you to know because it's one of the places where people make the most common error when they are doing order of operations. For our first problem, I would like you to get 11 of whatever your object is in your collection and organize it in rows of 4. You can pause the video while you do that. Okay, so rows of 4, you should have 2 rows of 4 plus 3. Let me organize my kidney beans here. 2 rows of 4 plus 3 left over at the end. You can do the math for this. You can either do 2 times 4 plus 3, or you can do 3 plus 2 times 4. Either way, it should come out to having 11 beans. If you, by mistake, were to add the 3 and the 4 first and then multiply by 2, you would get 14, which is incorrect. So multiplying before you add. And the same when you've got 3 plus 2 times 4, do not add the 3 and the 2. You need to multiply the 2 times the 4 first. Okay, next problem. This time I want you to get 17 of your objects and organize them into rows that have 5 in each row. Pause the video while you do that. Okay, here's your rows of 5, and you should have 2 left over. So you're going to do 3 times 5 plus 2, or you could write 2 plus 3 times 5. So this is 15 plus 2, or 2 plus 15. Either way, you get 17 as your answer. Notice that this time I've used parentheses to denote multiplication instead of the multiplication dot. That's because I want you guys to get used to seeing that as a representation of multiplication. And in particular, right here, where I have 2 plus 3 times 5, you do not add that 2 and 3 first. You multiply the 3 times the 5 first. Very important. All right, third problem. This is the last one we're going to do with your collection. I want you to get 22 objects, and I want you to organize them in rows of 6. So a row of 6, as many rows of 6 as you can make, and then whatever is left over. Pause the video while you do that. All right, here's my collection. So I have 3 rows of 6, and then I have 4 left over. So I have 3 times 6 plus 4, or you can write it as 4 plus 3 times 6. So it's 18 plus 4, 22. Or if you wrote it the other way, it's 4 plus 18, and that's 22. In all of these 3 problems, I did the multiplication before I did the addition. Even if the addition sign came before the multiplication sign in the problem, The multiplication you do first. Really important to remember that. Okay, next up we're going to talk about division. You also do division before you do addition or subtraction. We have two more problems here. In one of the problems, the division appears before the subtraction. In the other problem, the addition appears before the division. But in both problems, you divide first before you do the subtraction or the addition. I'd like you to pause the video and do both of these problems. All right, let's see how you did. So you should have 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and you do 5 minus 3. For the other problem, you should have 30 plus the answer to 18 divided by 6, which is 3. This problem, the answer is 2, and for this problem, the answer is 33. Well done. Keep going. All right. So that's the basis of it. The other piece that I want to show you today is how to do things when both division and multiplication are in the same problem, or both addition and subtraction are in the same problem. This is called the left to right rule. And you've heard me in the classroom talk about GEMDAS many times. The G and the E are for grouping and exponents, which we will get to later in the week. The M and the D are for multiplication and division. The A and the S for addition and subtraction. Left to right is really important. That's why the mnemonic, which is all the little letters I write down, has that arrow underneath it for M and D and for A and S. It doesn't matter if the division or the multiplication comes first. You do the one that comes first, not the multiplication always. So you do whichever one comes first, going left to right of the multiplication and division. And you do whichever one comes first of the addition and subtraction, going left to right as well. I would like you to pause the video here. You want to scan across these problems looking for division and multiplication. If you find either of those, you do whichever one comes first, and then you do the other. And then you come back afterwards to do the addition or subtraction. So pause the video and try these problems. Excuse me. All right, for number 6, division and multiplication have the same level in GEMDAS, so I'm going to do the division first. That becomes 5 times 7 plus 2. 5 times 7 is 35. Notice that I have not done the addition. The addition I do at the very end, it becomes 37. For number 7, the first operation that I come to is addition, then I have multiplication, then I have division. The multiplication is the one I want to do first. So it's 3 plus 30 divided by 2. Then I'm going to do the division, 3 plus 15, and then my answer is 18. Okay, that is the basis of today's lesson. What you are going to do for the rest of the time today is you are going to do a quick activity assignment on formative, which will be 4 problems, just to see how you're doing with what I taught you today. And then you're going to do some practice on IXL to finish out the 30 minutes. Good luck, and email me or contact me if you have any problems. Take care. Bye.